Alright guys, well, I kinda slammed the rest of this together. It really did not take long. Just a couple bolts and slid the turbo and piping in. Pretty much everything was done, but it is complete and ready to go the way it was. I have fuel system upgrades, stuff I'm planning. I don't have all the parts yet, but I will wait. I'll do a video after this showing what I want to do with the fuel system. The other dumbass thing I did was I was jacking up both sides of this truck. I have two of those jacks. I pick up the one side, pick up the other, and it gives me more room to like put the jacks and stuff under. And this side was like oily and I slipped and I like punched through my fucking shifter bracket like a total idiot. And just for fun, I wasted some time like band clamping it and riveting it, and it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I ordered one off Rock Auto so I can start this thing and run it and check stuff, but that shifter linkage is toast. You can pull it back obviously, but when you go to push forward, you go to push that cable forward and it just bends where like the rivets and other bullshit is. But everything else is in, it's together. What I'm gonna do is lower it down and top off the oil, and we'll give it its first chooch here since the motor popped and see if it is good. Alright guys, all I gotta do is, the oil fill cap is like underneath my turbo, so I got the cap on there, and I put a nice funnel in here. Super complicated stuff. Let me see if I can get more weight in this engine bay. Yeah, get it above the thing. We're mint. How's that? Yeah. People ask me all the time, man, what oil do you get? And well, I buy whatever's on sale with a filter. So I got 2 jugs and 2 filters, 20 bucks each, 40 bucks total. With, it was like 18, so it's 40 bucks with tax. Incredible, nice and cheap. Whatever it is, I don't care. Doesn't matter in the long run. Not to me anyway. And we'll see how much is in here. I think I put 3 or 4 quarts, not much. Not a whole lot, just something I had left. Yeah, it's not even on the stick. So we're gonna dump 3 quarts right in. Does this thing have a awesome, no fucking, look at that guys. Quaker State, no stupid ass seal. Just ready to pour right away. Now what's in here? 5 quarts. So, well, we can put 2 in and check the stick. There's 5, we pour in till we see 3. First grade math. Pour this shit till we see the 3. It's nice, the turbo holds up my funnel. Oh man, I'm like dead on. We'll splash a little bit to get it under. Look at this. Is this level? Yeah, it's at like 2.8 quarts left. So, let's take the dry dipstick, plunge it in there. Yeah, it's part way up. There's 1 more left to go. So, 1 tooth left, and then I like to overfill. So we're gonna go to 1 more quart and see how much is in it. So we'll pour from 2.9 to 1.9. 1 more quart. That was like a half. Slob it in there. Yep. That's most of the way. I like them to be overfilled, and then after I run this, I'm going to check it like 3 more times, because it puts it in like nooks and crannies and everywhere else. What do we got? Good, slightly overfilled, just the way I like it. Can you see on there? Shit, probably not. Yeah, right past the 1. And kinda, it's pretty much focusing on it. Right past the 1. So, yeah, what I did guys was obviously I saw the comments where I realized that that was 2 torque settings. like an idiot. It was 90 first, go over all of them, make sure they're even, and then put another 70 pounds, 70 degrees, turn, and it ends up at like 75, 85, 100. People give a whole list of what it should end up at, but yeah. So what I did was I actually pulled the headers off. I didn't video it because it's something I did already, and I re-torqued. I added some more. I just went to 75 foot-pounds on all of it, and I felt good about that. So now, what we'll do is we'll just start it. Ready to start it? Topped off the oil. We'll start it. Maybe I'll let it run for 30 seconds and check the oil again, just to make sure there's enough oil. And then maybe I'll warm her up, and I'll have to check my rad and everything else. I drilled holes in my thermostat so it bleeds easier, so I filled the rad, but I'm assuming some of it's going to get tucked away in the heater core and some other stuff. So before we get too far along, let's see what it does. Battery seems a little weak. Yeah, I think my battery's a little... My race pack has a voltage alarm, and it's like, dude, your voltage is low as shit. It's yelling at me. So, also cold starting on this high of an alcohol content, it's difficult. I have seen. Tried to prove everybody wrong. Smells like gas. Smells like it wants to. Hold still. You son of a bitch. .41-degree water temp, right where it starts to be an issue. A little loud, guys. It got to about 100, so I figured I would shut it off and look at some things. Only things that are smoking are stuff I touched. Obviously, you get your hand oil all over shit. Everything else looks good. Everything else, no fuel leaks. Again, nice. I didn't take the rails off. I pulled the whole intake. All that shit looks good. I shove like a rag over the exhaust. You guys see that? Obviously, it's so fucking loud. You can't tell if the motor's knocking. So if you jam something over the exhaust, hell, even when it's underneath, like underneath the front here, I shove my shoe. Like when I have my Fairmonts, I shove my fucking shoe in the exhaust. It quiets it down enough that you can hear, you know, if your lifters are trashed or whatever. So, pretty happy with that. Other than having the key at 8 times, which, you know. Who the fuck tuned this thing? What is it, slightly low? Yep, it's down to the first bubble. I want to get another quart in there, I think. Half a quart. I'll dump in here. Turbo's going to be a little warm. Let us do some gloves. Lettuce. You what? Shit never stops over there. I gotta mute the damn thing. Alright. A little bit more. Don't melt that shit on the turbo, dude. Gotta melt. Hold it away. I think I put 3 in, and then I put 4 in. I think I had about 3, and this is about 4. I usually put 7 quarts, 6.5, 7 quarts in these guys. I like to overfill them. A couple people might say, well, the oil's still on the top. It needs to make its way down. Well, think about that. When the oil pressure's up, and it's filling the cylinder heads, think about how low your dipstick actually is when you're flooring the thing down the track. At least that's my excuse, right? That's the way I think about it. I'm like, man, if you let it sit overnight and you check if it's full and it's full after it drains back, the oil's not sitting in the pan when you're beating the shit out of it. It's up in the top of the motor. So having that extra in there has never done me any problems. Yeah, it's up to the 1 again. So there's like 7 quarts in this pan. Yeah, I'm happy with that. She's full. 7 quarts immediately after shutting it off. Shit's mint. So, put the funnel away. I'll top off my coolant again. Put the oil cap back on with my gloves so I don't hose my shit. It is exciting. She is alive. And cap off this oil. I've got plenty of extra. Let's try to squirt a little bit more coolant in here. I'll fill the rest with fucking water. I'm out. It's up to the top again. Just enough. Usually this system holds about 3 gallons. I would say majority of turbo LSs hold about 3 gallons. Yep, pushing out the overflow. It's that full. Alright, she's good. I'm happy with that. Let me, I tie down my oil feed line here in the cruise control bracket. You see this shenanigans? Can you see this? I shove it in here and I bend the tab over it. Whoop. Oil line holder. Should we see how it hot fires, kids? And then shut her down. Look over everything 100 times. Seems good. That's it for now.